Hello everyone, my name is Angela. I'm an ESL teacher with VIP Kid, and I'm bringing a video all about TPR, which is an ESL teaching strategy. If you are interested in teaching with VIP Kid or any online ESL company, perhaps you're working on learning a new language yourself or teaching someone else a new language, TPR is a very important strategy to use. I get this question all the time because it is a required skill teaching with VIP Kid, and that is just, what is TPR? TPR stands for Total Physical Response. It is a widely used ESL skill that was developed in the 60s, and the concept is that we are attaching a movement or action with a new word, phrase, or concept. The idea behind TPR is that coordinating a movement or an action with a word or a phrase or a concept helps the student to learn it faster, commit it to memory, and have comprehension behind what they've just learned. This is very much the way a baby learns, right? The baby sees us holding up a ball, or they see us doing this while we're teaching them to eat. And after a while, they'll start imitating the sounds that we associate with the movement. One example is my 3-year-old. When he was a baby, we taught him some baby signs to help him communicate with us, and one of them that we taught him was please. This is one he learned later on, closer to 1 year old. But now that he's 3 years old, I don't even think he realizes that he does it. But whenever he wants something, he goes, please, please, please. And he does this motion. He rubs his chest because the sign for please is this. He doesn't even know that he does it. He has no idea why he does it. But he's committed that to memory. And it's amazing how emotion can help us remember something. The concept of TPR is important in language acquisition, which is different than language learning. An infant, like my son, learns through language acquisition. And that is the real application of language. He doesn't learn by flashcards. He didn't learn my name because I held up flashcards or letters or I sat down and had him do worksheets. He learned through real application, and that is acquisition. He learned as it applies to his life. As opposed to language learning, which is when we sit down like we did in high school and Spanish class and we memorized conjugations. That's language learning. So TPR focuses on language acquisition, which is really important in teaching and learning ESL. So we can use TPR when we are giving instructions, instructional TPR. So if we're trying to get our student to circle something, we simply demonstrate, circle. Then you can hold something up, circle. You're using TPR, circle. In VIP Kid, we often point to our mouth to show them speaking. We do this to indicate that we're listening for them to speak. We use TPR to teach and to demonstrate activities and to help the child understand our expectations for them without using our words, since they don't understand our words. We also use educational TPR when we're teaching them nouns, for example, fox. We use ears to demonstrate that that's what we're talking about. If they see a slide or a picture with a few things on it, they know that fox is talking about the fox because of our TPR. I use it for verbs if we're talking about running or walking, kicking, look or see, happy or sad, have, draw. We use TPR when we are teaching letters. We have a whole lesson where we hold up our hands like this. Some people use the ASL signs, or you can simply form it with your hand. I have my students do this all the time. And we also use TPR when we are teaching phonics. So the letter M, for example, we teach them That helps them remember the sound for M. Right? I teach them we can attach TPR to phonics. When I'm helping people get hired with VIP Kid, a lot of them ask me if I have a TPR dictionary or resource or database so they can learn the movements associated with the words. And my response to that is TPR can be subjective sometimes. And my reasoning behind this is because in class, sometimes with students, I will use TPR for something and then the student will come back and say the word and use their own TPR. So if I used ears for cat, the student will sometimes do this and say cat with whiskers. That's fantastic. That means that they're understanding it and using their own TPR, and that's awesome. But it's certainly important to use the most logical motion associated with a word. So you absolutely can make up your own TPR. You can also Google TPR examples, but remember, you can associate them with both Commands, instructional TPR, getting them to circle, getting them to speak, listen, and educational TPR, which is like fox, cat, throw, right? Okay, so let me put it into action to demonstrate how effective TPR is. And I'm going to use Portuguese because I'm learning Portuguese. My husband is from Brazil and I'm not very good at it. But this will demonstrate the effectiveness of TPR. Oi, qual é sua cor favorita? Eu gosto de rosa. Do you have any idea what I just said? Probably not. And if you know Portuguese, be easy on me. So now let's try it using TPR. Instructional TPR and educational TPR. Meaning I'm going to use gestures to explain what I mean and what you're supposed to do. Qual é sua cor favorita? Eu gosto de rosa. Eu gosto de rosa. Alright, can you figure out what I just said? Now you probably can. I asked, what is your favorite color? I used TPR to demonstrate what the words mean. Qual? What? É sua? Your? Cor? Favorita? And then I indicated that it's your turn to talk. I gosto, like, de rosa. And then I get the student to repeat the answer correctly, and I used this instructional TPR to show them the separation between the words. Because could you tell that that was 4 words? Eu gosto de rosa. When I hear my husband speaking Portuguese, I have no idea what he's saying and where one word starts and the next begins. So this is very effective instructional TPR as well. Isn't it amazing how you can understand another language when you attach TPR to it? I didn't explain any rules about pronouns or the noun, conjugation, nothing like that. I simply used props and TPR. TPR helps us avoid incidental language. Incidental language are those extra words that the student doesn't know. If I were to say, okay, I'm going to ask you a question. What is your favorite color? Now it's your turn to answer. Oh my gosh. The student has no idea what you just said. But if I made it very simple and asked the question, and I modeled the answer, they're going to figure it out. After you have demonstrated the word with TPR and had them repeat, then you practice repetition and application. So I hope this video was helpful in helping you understand why we use TPR, how to use TPR, and why TPR is so effective. It definitely takes some practice, but the best way is to just jump in and embrace it. It's certainly not natural to always mime what we're doing as we do it, but if you will fully embrace it and practice, you will get good at it and you will be an effective teacher. If you are applying for VIP Kid and would like my personal help, you can log in and add my code. It's Angel, ANGEL 0084. Just log in on the top right under my account. You can copy and paste the referral code there, and I will help you pass and see you through to teaching your first student. If you have any questions, you can drop a comment or email me. My email address is below in the description. Please don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any other videos coming out. And as always, happy teaching!